Hello, I'm here doing chicken and biscuits. They're going to be cheddar and roasted jalapeno biscuits for Patreon /Cooking with the Blues for Daddy Jack Chapman. I've already started some prep work here. I've got the pan hot. I already kind of cooked off the bacon a little bit. So I'll put that in there and get it rendered down a little bit more. And while I do that, I cut up some leeks, mushroom, and celery here, red and white onions. And you save all this stuff, all these ends to the celery and onions and everything. I keep them in this gallon bag, keep them in the freezer to make stock out of, and that's what I've done here with this stock, or with this chicken. I roasted it and then picked it, and now I'm using the meat. And I have a stock here. Well, on top of that stock is delicious chicken fat, and it's free. It's gonna pop a little bit, but that puts a lot of flavor right into your cooking that you otherwise wouldn't be able to get. And look at this chicken stock. That's completely natural. That thickness. The color is from a lot of those onion peels. So I'll put the vegetables in. And basically what I'm making here is a cream of chicken. And instead of buying that stuff at the store that's got 30 grams of sodium in it, just make your own right here. You know exactly what's going into it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this sauce, and then I'll cut some chicken up, go into it. This one chicken cost me $5 or something, I believe. I got 2 quarts of stock off of it, and we've had 3 meals out of it, and we might even have a little bit left for chicken salad tomorrow. So you're almost eating for free because the stock itself pays for the whole meal. And the biscuits I'm fixing to make are gonna have cheddar and roasted jalapenos in them. The roasted jalapenos, I roast whole jalapenos, seeds, ribs, and all in the oven, and then I grind them up. And I normally put it into my sausage that I make, but this is going to be a no flour sauce. It's going to be a cream sauce, but there's not going to be any flour in it. And the reason, what I'm going to tighten it with is it's a little trick. I know it's not traditional, but white American cheese makes the best Mornay sauce, cheese cream sauce that you can possibly get. It's a cheater trick, I guess. Put some garlic in it, but it works. And you're not getting a whole cream sauce. What I'm doing is I'm using the stock and I'm creaming the stock, so it's a little bit better for you if you're worried about that. But I'll put about that much into it right now. And let this get up to temperature. I haven't added any seasoning yet. So I'll go ahead and do that now. Just kosher salt. The stock is unseasoned. You don't ever want to season your stocks before you cook. That way you don't have to adjust the seasonings around them later on. I also use some of my homemade, just all-purpose seasoning. It's garlic powder, onion powder. There's some Goya in there, which I like. And then let this get up to temperature real quick. This dish actually goes really fast. You can cook this start to finish. You come home in the evening, you can cook this start to finish in less than 30 minutes. See what the seasoning does. Yeah. So I went out to the garden just now. I got some flat parsley. Those parsley stems add a lot of flavor also into the stock. You want to keep them. I got some fresh thyme stems. Save those for your stock. And your parsley, and then I got a little bit of green onion. All that adds a lot of flavor, more flavor than you can imagine, really, and it's so much better for you than the stuff. There's a place for dry seasonings, but not nearly as much as a lot of people give it credit for. It's better to use fresh, and it grows. So when I bought green onions, when I used the top all the way down to the root part, I'll just take the root and just stick it in the ground out there and just start growing. And so you have to keep in mind that there's no flour in this, so there's no way for it to thicken. So pour just a little, you know, what was that? 2 tablespoons of cream maybe? And then you take this white American, and that will thicken the sauce and it'll smooth it out, and it'll just make it, and it won't break. That's the other important thing. Later on, the sauce won't separate because whatever's in this cheese, I don't know what it is. It won't let it separate. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook this down, and I'm gonna get it where it needs to be. And there, look at the color that's coming out of it already, just from that stock, cream, those vegetables. And this will thicken right up when that cheese melts. And when it does, we'll come back, and I will have made the biscuits, and I'll put the raw biscuit dough on here, and I'll put it into the oven. And when the biscuits are cooked, the dish is finished. So we'll be back in just a minute. All right, and we're back. It's got down to the right consistency. There's very little fat in this because there's just 1 slice of bacon. This is probably 4 portions, and then a little bit of that chicken fat. But if you are interested in getting rid of the fat, a little trick to do is just move the skillet about halfway off the burner to where the heat's over here now, and watch, this will start turning yellow right through here. What it's doing is as it boils, it's pushing the fat away from the heat. And then if you like you say, if you're interested in it, I'm not, because there's hardly any fat in it, because I didn't have to make a roux, so I didn't have to have flour and fat. So there's, the fat's starting to pool right there. See how this has changed colors all through here? This area here, I wish the lighting was better, but in this case, how the fat is pushed to this side where it's not boiling. And you can either take a paper towel and dab it out, or you could maybe just go like that, however you wanted to do it. But like I say, this is probably 3 or maybe 4 portions. There's not 2 teaspoons of fat in this. So I'll go ahead and turn the fire off, since I'm not going to defat it. These are the jalapeno and cheddar biscuits, and when these cook, my oven cooks slow, but it's probably really about 425 in there. So what you do is you just plop these on top. This is basically really just a different way to make chicken and dumplings. And the biscuits will finish right in the sauce. And when they're done, which is about 15 minutes, the whole dish will be done. And then, so what I'll do is another good thing to do is you always keep water boiling on the back, or hot in the back, in case you need to thin something out. But I keep my butter over the steam. Just another way to utilize, you don't have to fire up another burner, heat your house up, pay for it. But you'll want to do this right here so they'll brown up better on top. But what I'll do is I'll stick them in the oven for 15 minutes, let them cook, and then, one other thing. A shout out to Jack on this one. This is his blackening seasoning, and all I add to it is onion powder. But it's black pepper, salt, garlic powder, and paprika. And I'll put all of that on there for color. That'll help it look better. You eat with your eyes. Anyway, I'm gonna stick it in the oven real quick, and 15 minutes later, it'll come out and you'll see what it looks like. All right, I think it's ready. I just checked it. It looked right. And go ahead and pull it out of the oven. Oh yeah, look at that. See how that set right up? The viscosity of it is just right with that cheese. No flour. And biscuits look delicious. What do you think, JD? Don't touch your pan, it's hot. What do you think? Is it tip top? All right, let's scoop this out. Set it right here. And plate a little bit of it up. a little bit more. And then put a biscuit back on it, in the center. No, I'll do it, Jimmy. You haven't washed your hands. There it is. Chicken and biscuits, jalapeno, cheddar. Jack, thank you a lot. Everybody check out Patreon, /Cooking with the Blues. To all my cooking buddies on my cooking network every night. Steve Hughes, Todd Harden, Lisa DeWitt, John Avens, Andres Schute over in Germany, Sean McFall, Jack, everybody, Doyle Rice especially. We're going to get to eat.